am the Headless Headhunter, a corporate recruiter here to review your resumes to get you ahead of your job search. So the first resume we have on the docket is a data scientist. What we're going to be looking for is R or Python, probably both, preferably both. SQL, cloud, machine learning, AI, pandas, NumPy, skibidi-learn, modeling, hypothesis testing, and experimental design, visualization tools such as Cassandra, Hadoop, Spark, Tableau, CI/CD, and explaining complex technical concepts to non-technical stakeholders. If you don't have a lot of corporate knowledge, that's okay. You need to be able to teach people, though, that don't understand your industry. So, this person has applied to, they don't know, they are going to complete their undergrad in a month. Congrats! And they're looking for their first full-time position. I am sorry. Finding your first full-time position after college is the hardest job search you will ever have of your life. So, let's review this resume. Education. Don't need this. This should just be one line. This should be one line. I don't need the rest of this. Also, formatting wise, it should look like this. This is your ideal formatting. That is in the link below. The link below on my website. This is what I want to see in formatting. This is peak performance in recruitment resumes. I swear to you. It's boring, which is the point. So, skill sections don't matter. I don't think you should have them. Experience, software engineer, intern. All right, developed a comprehensive solution using fast APIs, Redis, Azure. I mean, Azure is cloud, so DB to short record for performance, integrated using retry access, blah, blah, policy for Redis. Redis wasn't one of those, right? No. Azure is, again, nope, okay, integrated in mobile URL, blah, 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 don't care. Performance markets, image for vehicles, advanced machine learning. Machine learning is a nice one to have. I think you need to capitalize it. That one I'm not sure about, but you should also do like machine learning and then parentheses ML in case they're not aware that ML stands for machine learning. Pros of YouTube histories, enhanced experience for personalized content recommendation. That's neat, but also not really as much as care. Python. Okay, so this is not a good resume. This resume is going to have a lot of problems getting you a job. Python is very far down. I need to see, realistically here, I need to see about 75% of those. Now, it's okay to not have all of them. I don't want people to think if they don't have every single keyword, they're going to get rejected. No, you realistically need about 50 to 75%. The harder the market, the higher the percent. So for IT, I'd say about 75% is what you want of those. Primarily, I do need to see R. I need to see Python or R in the first half. Cloud is good because you have Azure. I wanted ideally see machine learning or pandas or NumPy or skibidi-learn, again, up top, rather than all the way down here, wherever it was. Modeling, hypothesis testing, and experimental design, any of those. I need to see a visualization tool, CI/CD. And this is still one of the most important things here that I didn't see is, how did you explain complex topics to non-technical people? This is huge. This is going to be a huge part of your job, is explaining to Bill Bob McBilberson how Cassandra and NumPy are going to help them when they are not able to turn on their own monitor without help from IT support. So that is what you need to show that you can do that. So I don't see enough of those. And again, it doesn't count if they're here. They need to be here in a bullet point. I need to see what, how, why. So I don't think this resume is going to get you a lot of success. And I want to make sure you get a lot of success because, man, like, searching for a job after college sucks. Searching for a job does suck. There's no way to sugarcoat that. So if y'all like this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you need more help, check out my Twitch stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST at twitch.tv/headlestheadhunter. That is where I go over these and I find the keywords. And I do it for about 3 hours, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And let's go to the next resume. Before I get to this resume, which is a data analyst, if you're still watching from the last video, you also submitted a screenshot to me. Make sure your resume is in PDF, Word, or DocX format. Those are the only ones that are really accepted by the vast majority of ATSs. People say like, oh, it's not an ATS compliant resume, but realistically, as long as it's in Word, PDF, or DocX format, the ATS will accept it. That is the only real not ATS compliant, is like JPEGs or image files. They don't always load right, so just make sure you do that. So this is a data analyst, and they've submitted before, but I might not have reviewed their resume by the time I got to this. Their previous resume was 150 plus, which is not good. So 150 applications to one interview, which is, again, really, really not good. But they don't know how much this current one has gotten them. So what I am going to be looking for the data analyst is SQL, Excel, Tableau, Power BI, AI, ML, Jira, Python, R, subject matter expert, SME, which is explaining complex topics to people that cannot turn on their monitor, data visualization, ETL stakeholders, and solve issues with data. So let's see if this new version has it, even though we don't know the ratio. Not bad, I want to be clear. I don't know if this is great or not, but it's very inobtrusive, so we're going to let that one slide formatting wise. So extract, transformed, and loaded, ETL, good. A custom annotated database, CSV. I don't think CSV is something that we're going to be looking for. On article headlines using Power BI, Python, and Pandas. So yeah, this is loaded a customized annotated database. I don't know if CSV, my goodness, is what we're going to be looking for, but if you've seen those keywords a lot, then you can keep it in. Otherwise, I would just take out this. Using Power BI, Python, Pandas, good, APIs. This part we don't need, so you can just say APIs. APIs is largely accepted as APIs. Generated database for user unfake formatting. So ideally, we want to move this to like 3 lines max. It's not bad, and I know it can be confusing about what you should and should not write out in parentheses, but really, if it's on the job description, we want it, and I don't think CSV nor ProPublica and New Times are. So again, you can move this, and I think you can remove this, and that should shorten it a bit. Data resulting from text formatting, and then maybe we could shrink it, but otherwise this is okay. This is good. Used Python, PyTorch, and TensorFlow to generate a natural language processing NLP BERT based. So here's the thing: is I don't know if BERT is needed, so you could just say language processing classifier instead of BERT based, with statistical analysis and data visualization done through Matpilot and R. I don't think Matpilot is needed, so we might be able to shrink it to R. So here's an interesting thing: is people rage at me and they say, oh, you just say throw keywords on. You can't just throw keywords on. You actually need to make sure not just they're the right one, but how you wrote it. And this is good. It just, I think there's a lot of extraneous keywords that we don't need. And the problem is when your resume is too many keywords, so you just slam them all in together, is they may miss the one they need. So in this case, I don't think that's probably going to happen, but I just want to be safe. But like if they see CSV, but then they miss API next, or data and visualization, and they may see NLP, which is good, then BERT, classifier, and then miss data visualization, which is it. So we want to sort of tweak these. I don't think this is bad. Cross my mind with VPN. I think this has a lot. We just need to, again, shrink it, because I don't think HTTP, SOCKS, and VPN itself are keywords, nor Matpilot, but Docker but Python is, but Docker might not be. So overall, I think this will get you some interviews. We just need to sort of streamline it. So project experience, on-site, rectify all customer complaints. That's good. Patient staff ratio of followers. I like these. These are very good because it shows that you can like be a subject matter expert. So yeah, not bad. I just think we can take this from, I'm assuming, like a B- B resume to an A+. That is the goal. But I think this as is will get you interviews. So we just want to make sure it gets you more interviews. So to summarize, too many keywords, fine tune it to make sure those are the actual ones you're looking for, and then we can and I think these are okay, but I really want to show off how you taught people that didn't understand. So I do like policy and eliminated all misconceptions, but I want to I think you can lead with that a little bit more, and in addition, that should probably be your first bullet point. So let's go to the next resume. This is a Python software engineer intern. So specifically for software engineer interns, unless it's a master's, it doesn't really matter what kind you are. It only really matters to switch to the stack once you graduate. So I'm just going to say software engineer intern. Even if this is based on Python, we are going to need a basic knowledge of a tech stack. So language, library, SQL, and cloud. In this case, that would probably be something like Python, Docker, AWS or something, although GCP and Azure work. and any type of SQL, the ability to work well with others, and takes direction and criticism. And this is huge. This is absolutely major. You, in an intern specifically, this is only goes for internships or say like first job ever, you need to show that you can work well with others. In interns, you need to show that you can work well with others and take direction and criticism, because there are a lot of people out there that will start the job and say, hey, Bob Boberson, your code is not very good. Here's what you need to change it. And they will just go storm out of the building and kick desks around. So you need to make sure you can work well with people, especially for an internship, and you need to show that. You don't have to show that, like, you know, you messed up. You just need to say something like, as an example, met with manager weekly for code reviews where I implemented any changes and criticism they had about the previous week's code. Something just like that. So, research professional with a deep... this person is also going through a boot camp, and they are looking for the internship. So, building... okay, I don't care about the summary. Education is okay, but this should be no more than... oh, man. Honestly, leave out the doctorate and the Masters of Arts. I would leave these out. This is actually going to hurt you more than help you. So I would leave those out. Especially for very entry-level roles where the doctorate is not required. It can actually be a red flag and not a green flag. Technical skills, again, they need to be under the actual job description. Or projects, whatever works. So, can this have health impact signing? I don't care about this. Don't care about this. Nothing here. Okay, this resume is not going to work. So, I don't see anything about what you did with coding. Now, again, you're in a boot camp. That's okay. But I still absolutely need to see the projects you worked on. That's where you write that experience. And in addition, this actually is not a situation I've ever encountered before. I do wonder if you will be able to get an internship, because a lot of them require that you are currently in a bachelor's program. So that might be an issue. But regardless, this does not need anything. I don't need this. Your education, you should keep this and keep your bachelor's, but delete your master's. Data analytics cert, again, that's not related to software engineering. I mean, it's related to some parts, but not what they're looking for. And then delete these. These are not needed. And then make sure that this stuff is here, because this is actually kind of the stuff I'd be looking for, which is Python, SQL, R, and pandas. I don't really care about this as much. I do want Docker, but I need to see how you used it. That is the problem. You need to show me what, which is a keyword, how you used it, and why you used it. In addition, I need to see how you can take criticism and direction, which I don't see. So you need to completely redo this. I don't see anything I need here to move you forward. I don't think I could move you forward with this. If I move this forward, the hiring manager would basically make fun of me and probably want to get a new recruiter. So that is what you need to do. And if you want more ideas on how to write it, you can stop by my Twitch chat. That I can help you out. But there's not much more I can say to this, because basically everything is wrong. So let's go to the next resume. This is a resume review of a BIM Modeler and VDC coordinator. They told me they are a BIM modeler with over 4 years in the industry. They specialize in electrical, but I'm familiar with MEPF trades. Well, I'm not. I did not know this existed until this resume. So, we're going on the assumption that I find the correct keywords from the job description, which I believe I did, at least for the BIM modeler, less so than the VDC. But yeah, I've never actually heard of this before today, so safe to say I have not placed these before. So what we're looking for is a degree and diploma, CAD, construction protocol, interpret construction documents, building information modeling, which is what BIM stands for, Revit, VDC, Autodesk Novice, Word, Outlook, Excel, and BIM. So out of those, I would say CAD and Autodesk and AutoCAD are important. I actually need to double check if it was AutoCAD or Autodesk. Along with Revit was in a ton of them, and Autodesk. So Autodesk Novice, CAD, and Revit were in a large amount of job descriptions. I want to see those. I also need to see the word BIM. And ideally, if you have Word, Outlook, Excel, it's good. So this person has a 1 to 25 ratio, which is not shocking to me too much. I've never heard of that before, and I'm assuming that it's not a very competitive industry. But I think ideally we may be able to get this lower. So let's look at it. First off, single column. I've never seen a resume that has been better by being double column. I don't think in my life I've ever seen it. I want you to use this formatting, single column, and this is how it's going to be done. So this doesn't matter. It can be safely deleted. Again, make it simple. Education should then be here, which again is important. That should only fit on one line. You say education and then from there, because that was required. You don't actually need to say when you graduated. You can just say status graduated. It's okay. And then these skills, well, the ones I'd be looking for is Autodesk, Novice Work, and Revit. They need to be here. Your CPR cert, I don't know if that's needed or not for this, but that would go under the education regardless. You also don't need to put your references on here, only put them if asked. So, BIM operator, collaborate with design and engineering to integrate all disciplines as comes modeled, ensure that all drawings are up to date with latest revision changes from project team. This, I think, is what I'd be looking for based on the keywords, because it was sort of like interpret construction ones. I don't know if the first sentence is what I'd be looking for. Participating in BIM coordination meeting product progress in issues. That is good. It shows BIM. Exporting and importing model files. Assisting development. Okay, so I'm assuming you're getting jobs not because the resume is good, but because there's not a lot of competition. So what I do need is this stuff. I need to see CAD. I need to see how you used CAD, Autodesk, Novice, and Revit. Those are the three ones that are the most. Don't bold them on your resume. I am bolding them here for your simplistic, but please don't bold them on your resume. I need to see these. So CAD, Revit, Autodesk, Novice. Those are the most important. And you don't need to say, I'm the best Autodesk CAD person ever. You just need to say, used CAD, Autodesk, and Revit to do X, Y, and Z. Interpreted construction documents by doing X and Y, all right? So these bullet points are kind of iffy. Some of them are okay, some of them are not, but I really need to see the keywords. And I think you could probably get this from a 1 to 25 to 1 in like 10, 1 in 5. Using, here it is, Novice Work. Make sure you do Autodesk Novice if it's the same thing. Employed Revit software to design and detail accurate models. Here, this is good, this is good, this is good. This is what I want. Employed Revit software to design detailed and accurate 3D models for commercial buildings. That's a fine sentence. I would say that's one of your best. That one's good. Design architects. This one is also good. So yeah, the formatting is holding it back, and I think you could add some to the bullet points, but this sort of goes to show that if you're in a very good market, your resume is less important, which, you know, it's very feast or famine, but make it look like this, okay? Single column, education in your certs. I don't know if CPR is needed or not. Then title of the company, and then start tweaking those bullet points a little bit, and you should be good. And yeah, that's a good, that's what we'd be looking for, and I think it will get you from like a 1 to 25 to even lower. Again, going from like an A to an A plus kind of thing. Not that this resume is particularly good, but it is. I think people may think I think this is worse than it is. It's not. Yeah, the formatting's bad, but it's still legible. The reason you want good formatting is because this is what I actually care about, and the easier it is to see, the better. And you do have some keywords. So this is not like the worst resume ever. This is not a destroy it and restart from scratch kind of thing. I think this is, if this was a competitive market, this would be like a 1 in 75, maybe 1 in 100, not like 1 in 50 to 1 in 200. So let's go to the next resume. This is a resume review of a full stack developer. I love you, Headless Headhunter. I love you, random citizen. Thank you. So they're not really applying a lot. They're kind of spraying and praying. They say they have a 1 in 25. If that's right, good for you. But what we're going to be looking for, really good if 1 in 25 in this market, especially for spraying and praying. But TypeScript, Python, JavaScript, CSS, HTML, Node, Angular, Next.js, MongoDB, SQL, React.js, API, REST, Cloud, Agile, CI/CD, and cross-functional. At least in the United States, the European EU full stack is a little bit different. Bonus points for architecture, extra languages, and Git. All right, T-shaped software. I don't understand. Innovative AI. Again, I don't need this. I don't think about needs are needed. Education should be up at the top. Let's see. Develop the pioneering due diligence cross-functional is good. Is this full stack? Is this full stack? Did I get this right? Confidential legal tech or architected. Here it is. Architect the CI/CD pipeline is solid. Core overhaul. Look, I don't think this is a good resume, and I wonder if you really do have a 1 in 25. At least for full stack, because there's a lot here that's kind of confusing. Like, I don't see anything I would really need. Here, if Python is solid. Yeah, I don't think this is a 1 in 25 resume. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm absolutely wrong here, but UI UX is not really what it is. And maybe it's like game development full stack, which may be different. I'm specifically thinking of like software engineer full stack. Maybe it's different from its game. But I want to see this stuff here. I want the formatting to be fixed. And this stuff, see, here are some of the right keywords. This needs to be in here. This is what I need. In addition, education should be, because you're in video game programming. That's what it's at the bottom. Okay. Maybe these are the wrong keywords. Maybe these right here are the wrong keywords for video gaming full stack. I don't know. I haven't really searched for a lot. But regardless, we can at least work on the formatting. So once your education inserts here, first, last name, I want it to look this simple. Please stop with all the bolding. Then your project, which would be software developer, and then we can add some of those keywords, which maybe AI chatbot and RAG and CI/CD are what it is for full stack game dev. I don't know what full stack game dev is. Then UI UX, which maybe would have been it as well. So, and then stop with the bolding, make it clearer. I want these things. I want them here. Also, you can never have a soft skills skill section. I don't think a technical skill section is that great, but you can never have a soft skills one. That is for sure. So, but it does have some of the keywords, and the formatting, while bad, is not the worst. So this resume confuses me, and I really hope they stop by the channel so I can give them more information and I can understand more. But that's it for this video. I will see you all in the next video. Please, make sure to stop by my Twitch chat at Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. PST. The link is in below if you need any more help. And I am here to help you get ahead of the heads. I am here to figure out how to end a video. I will see you in the next video.